Are you considering living in Malaysia or just curious what expat life is really like in Kuala Lumpur? By the end of this video, you'll know the biggest pros and cons in living in KL based on my own experiences plus insights from others who have lived there long term. And stick around because I'll share a tip on the best time to visit KL to skip the long waits, crazy crowds, and avoid one of the most common mistakes first timers make. If you've been following my journey, you know I'm all about helping families, freedom seekers create a life they love overseas. We recently spent time in Kuala Lumpur, and even though it was a short trip, I took detailed notes. Plus, I had so many conversations with family, friends, and digital nomads who actually live there. In this video, I'll break it all down. And hey, if you're thinking about relocating or just want more freedom or flexibility, make sure to join my free community, the Abundant Aesthetic Living Collective. It's where I share expat living guides, travel tips, real talk on how to live intentionally outside the 9 to 5. The link is below. Let's get into it. All right, pros of living in Kuala Lumpur. Number one, it's modern, clean, and a well-designed city. Kuala Lumpur is way more modern than what most people expected. We're talking about world-class malls, sparkling condos, and seriously, the nicer malls are on par with what you'll find in Europe and Singapore. So if you like that clean, organized vibe, Kuala Lumpur will probably feel like a breath of fresh air. Number two, public transport is solid in the city. From the moment we landed, we were impressed. The train from the airport onto the city was fast, spotless, and super easy to navigate. And in the city itself, the MRT and the LRT lines made getting around fairly stress-free. But if you're staying on the outskirts, you'll still need a grab. Number three, it's affordable. Especially coming from the West, KL might not be the cheapest in Asia, but compared to the US, the UK, Canada, or Australia, huge savings. You can rent a modern 2-bedroom apartment in a nice area for what you pay for a shoebox back home. And also, eating out is often cheaper than cooking and way more fun. And don't worry, whether you're bougie or on a budget, KL has something for you. Number four, multicultural and English speaking. Malaysia is beautifully diverse with Malay, Chinese, Indian, and a growing expat mix. And almost everyone in KL speaks English, which makes it so much easier to settle in. From restaurant menus to Grab drivers, communication is rarely an issue. It was funny because my girls, they're so used to living in Vietnam, so when they talk in English, they'll just say whatever they want. So if they need to go to the washroom, they're like, "Mommy, I need to go poo-poo." No one will know in Vietnam. But when we were in KL, my girls said that out loud, and I was like, "Don't say that out loud," because everyone understands English here. So that was funny. So they just didn't realize that people speak English there. Number five, the food is next level. KL is the foodie heaven. So many people have told me the food is amazing there, and street food is cheap and delicious. Local dishes will blow your mind. However, my favorite dish that I liked was the Alaska soup, and it was so good. I want to go back there just to eat that right now. They don't have that in Vietnam. It's like this curry noodle soup. So good, so good. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about it or I'm gonna want to eat it right now. And if you're craving sushi, Indian, Thai, or Western food, it's all there. Now, we need to cover the downside because there's a few things that gave me a pause. But before we dive into those, I need you to hit that subscribe button if you're dreaming about life abroad and want the real and behind the scenes scoops on relocation, lifestyle design, and family travel. All right, let's talk about the things that might make KL a harder fit for some people. Cons of living in Kuala Lumpur. Number one was the public bathrooms. Let's just say BYOTP. Bring your own toilet paper. I'm sorry I had to talk about this, but I'm glad one of my homeschooler friends told me I had to bring my own toilet paper and soap. Yeah, a lot of the public bathrooms don't have toilet paper and soap. I'll give you guys a story of what happened to us. We actually went to caves, and thank goodness I had my little mom pack of tissues and wipes and my foamy hand soap sheets. But yes, my kids had to go to the washroom and I had to take them. And apparently there's 5 restaurants there and they said there's only one washroom and you have to pay to get in there. So we paid to get in there. My girls went in there and thank God I had my wipes because there was no toilet paper. And also when we got out, there was no soap. So I just felt, I don't know, what's the word? Disgusted because there's 5 restaurants there and one washroom and there's no soap and toilet paper. So that was a shock to us. So make sure you go prepared. Make sure you always have hand soap, some kind of hand sanitizer or wipes rice and toilet paper. Number 2, Grab rides can be slow. I wanted to love Grab there because it's so affordable and easy to use, but the wait time in KL, it was painfully long. Even when we stayed downtown, we waited about 15 to 25 minutes for a ride, more than once. During high season, probably worse. Just thank goodness that we were there on the slow season. Number 3, hot and humid all year long. The tropical heat is real there. Even in the evenings, it's sticky. If you're used to seasons or cooler temperatures, it can take a toll, especially if you're walking around all day. Hydration and breathable clothing are a must. Number 4, timing your visit makes a difference. We went during Ramadan and surprisingly, it was way less crowded. That means shorter lines, quieter tourist spots, and an easier time getting around. If you're on a trip, avoid peak tourist season and maybe considering visiting during local holidays when the city calms down. Number 5, some hotels ask for cash payments. This is something to watch out for because I think some hotels prefer cash, which could mean they're doing something under the table. Tip, when you're booking a hotel, try to reserve without paying a deposit so you can check out in person before committing. Pictures online can be misleading, and I'll have a little story of that near the end. So here's a bonus from all the research and expat friends have told us. I'm going to give you the best neighborhoods for expats. If you're actually planning to live in Kuala Lumpur long term, the neighborhoods you choose really matter. And that's just for anywhere. So let me give you a quick rundown. And hopefully I'm saying these correctly. So the first one is Bangsar. It's trendy, walkable, and full of cafes. Perfect for digital nomads or couples. Another one is Monkiarara. Expats Central with international schools, gyms, great for families. Another one is KLCC Bukit Bintang. That's in the heart of downtown. High energy, great views, but a bit pricier. Another one is Desa Park City. It's suburban and peaceful. Massive parks, dog-friendly, family-oriented. My tip, start with an Airbnb and take your time exploring each spot before committing to a lease. As a homeschooling family, one thing I always look into is how family-friendly a place is. And KL surprised me. There's lots of international schools like British, American, and IB, and they're generally cheaper than Thailand or Singapore. There are also homeschool co-op and family groups you can connect with. Plus, the malls often have playgrounds, which is amazing for little ones. Culture and etiquette tips. Malaysia is a Muslim majority country, so there's a few things to keep in mind. Dress modestly at religious sites. PDA is a bit more reserved during Ramadan. Many locals fast, so be mindful when you're eating in public. People are super welcoming, and KL feels very international and easy to adapt to. So here's my quick story that I wanted to talk about. So we booked a hotel because on Google it said it was like a 5-star, and the pictures looked great, the reviews looked great, and when we got there, it was just weird because we walked into a restaurant, didn't think anything of it, and then we went into our room, and it just looked very dusty. There was dim lights, and then we saw a cockroach. And then we were like, okay, we're not staying in here right now. So we got out, told the front desk, and they said they'll get us another room, which we went to the next room and we didn't think anything of it again. We gave them the chance and we went in the other room. We were really hungry because it was late. So we decided just to drop our stuff, and I got a call and he's, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, I think so. I'm like, we're going to go and get something to eat. So we left the room, went to go eat, and we came back and there was like ants all over the table. So we just had enough and we didn't want to stay there anymore. So we went to the front desk and told them, we don't want to stay here anymore. It's just not to our standards. And he was all weirded out because he was like, I did call and ask you if everything was all right. And I was like, we were hungry and we're rushing to get some food. But anyways, they weren't able to give us our deposit back right there and then because they said we had to call the website that we booked our hotel at. So we did get our money back, but it took a couple days to get our money back. It was like late night and we ended up going to the next hotel and it looked fine and everything was great. However, when we went to sleep already, I was trying to charge my phone and we realized the electricity wasn't working. So we did reach the front desk and they told us that they will fix it for the next day, and they did fix it. So other than that, that second hotel was okay. It was actually renovated nicely. It was great. So avoid paying in full before seeing the place. Look for a pay on arrival option so you can bail if you need it, because that could have saved us so much more time. Now, since I'm based in Vietnam, here's a quick comparison between the two, the shopping malls and city infrastructure. architecture. Malaysia wins because it's more modern there. 2 is the cost of living. Vietnam is slightly cheaper overall, so Vietnam wins on that one. Number 3 is street food scene. Both actually have amazing food, so they both win with that. But I can tell you that Vietnam is more accessible and affordable than here. Another one is public transport. Malaysia has a better train system, but Vietnam's ride hailing is way faster here. So if you're deciding between Malaysia and Vietnam, it really depends on the kind of lifestyle you want. Oh my, did my little one catch something? Oh my god, little baby. Is that a snake? Valisa, what is that? What is that? What is that? Can you pull it up? Let me see. Show mommy what you have. How did you get that? And then you brought it over? Oh. Sorry, back to the video. Got distracted by my little one because she's such a little explorer. We're gonna try to do a YouTube video for her. She's just running. Is that an eel? She's just running with an eel like this. I thought it was a snake because she loves snakes. But anyways, okay, my final thought is KL for you. If you want sleek malls, affordability living, easy English communication, KL is awesome. If you're chasing island vibes or wild backpacker energy, maybe look at Thailand or Bali instead. But if you want a solid base to live and travel from, especially with a family or online business, Kuala Lumpur might be one of Asia's best kept secret. If you're planning a move abroad, want to homeschool or world school, or building your income online, join my free community, the Abundant Aesthetic Living Collective. It's where I go deep on relocation guides, digital income strategies, and how to live more intentional abroad. Links in the description. I'll love to see you all inside. And that's all for today's video. If this helped you out, check out the next video where I share the pros and cons of living in Vietnam as an expat family. See you guys all.